What's going on, everyone? Happy Friday! Guys, it's time for Comics and
Beer. And one Friday, I'm going to not be fast enough and I'm going to catch an elbow right to the face. It's going to be the end of the show. Just starting and stopping at the same minute.
It's not going to be the end of the show. She'll roll with it. She'll spell black eye. But it's okay. I didn't really hit her. But guys,
So close.
We're your hosts. My name is Bruce.
My name is Stephanie.
Guys, welcome. Well, we were not supposed to be here. We were not supposed to be here.
We weren't, but luckily our parents made up and they had babies.
No, we were supposed to go to my sister's house this weekend. We were supposed to be gone yesterday, today, come back tomorrow. But, COVID. COVID came in there and ruined it again. Second trip we canceled.
Second time we were supposed to go to her house and we had to cancel. Because of the coronavirus. Thanks, coronavirus.
Thanks, Corona.
It's the new Obama instead of thanks, Obama. Thanks, Corona.
Hope you guys had a fantastic week. We did. We actually had a pretty good week. Kids were home all week long. I was home with them. I did think I did a pretty good job. No complaining.
There was no crying and no tears. I was home yesterday because it snowed and I got to be home. And I just spent the whole day doing homework with Nate.
I do tie them up in the basement so they don't have a lot of room to go around. But, I feed them. It's okay. No,
it's true. He lets them have like 10 minutes of sunlight. He talks to them. They're growing up so big.
But yeah, it was a really good week. Some really good comics came out this week. I actually have been keeping up with a lot of the books that came out this week. So I read a bunch of books already this week, which I feel is like weird. It's like really weird.
It is weird. I'm uncomfortable with it.
Hollow Heart was actually really fun. I really enjoyed that book a lot. Last Ronin was so good. Oh my God. We find out how one of the turtles died, and that was epic. Such a good book. But yeah, comics and beer. Comics and beer, guys. It's Friday night. It's 10 p.m. It's 10:02. Let's say hello to chat, and then we'll get into what the show's about, and then we'll move on.
Moving on with our lives, guys. That's it. We're not talking to you anymore. It's over. Sam King was first. I think Sam King is first almost every week.
What's up,
you guys
Sam King?
need to step up your game. Second was Todd Christian. Third, Andrew Kai. Then fourth was me. Hi, guys. Comic Burrito is right after him, letting Sam know that he left a comment on our last home vlog video saying that Sam was his perfect match.
I do want to say before you go any further, is you guys have been awesome on our haul and vlog videos. Like, you guys leave so many comments. I love reading them. So I just want to let you guys know that is super appreciated.
And they're usually pretty funny.
Yeah, you guys are really funny. So.
I like that you guys actually answered my 3 questions.
Yeah.
And there's Grumpy STL said that he thinks that Gary Busey watches our channel.
Yeah. No, that was Sleepy Reader 666.
Oh, Sleepy Reader 66, yes. Okay. After Comic Burrito, I'm assuming Cole, was John, Big Daddy, Ross.
What's up, John Ross?
So big he needs 2 commas.
2 commas. Not just 1, 2.
Cisco C is in the house, letting everybody know that he is drinking a Kona Big Wave.
Ooh,
He's
delicious.
Ready for the show. Whack Comics in the house. Wiggity whack, smiggity smack.
What's up, Lee?
Jessica is here. She said she's already drunk. It's the beginning of the show, so you guys have a chance to win some trivia tonight. Max Washington Songs, also in the house. Algorithm, Borican. I was going to read faster, but then they're all like the same people. And Peter Good Game.
Peter Good Game. What's going on, everyone?
All right. I'm done.
She's done. But guys, we're going to run down. If you guys are new to the show, even though I'm pretty sure everyone in chat right now has seen the show a few times. You guys are such great fans. We love you. We love you. We love you.
He's French.
I am actually French. That's funny. But really appreciate you guys showing up every single week. But if you are new to the channel or watching this on the rewind or just coming by the channel and check us out, guys, we do this live stream every single Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. We talk about comic book news. That is my portion of the show. I gather it all. The snow, because it's been snowing outside for days.
For weeks.
That's my part of the show. That's what I handle. Stephanie does not. Stephanie.
What is going on?
I can't talk, I guess. Does not read any of this news. Does not read any of this news. It's all fresh to her.
I got things to do. I was doing math homework with 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds.
But Stephanie, what part of the show do you handle?
I know the beers, guys. I went a little ham this week because I went to the beer distributor on Wednesday when I usually go on Thursday because we were supposed to get a big snowstorm Thursday. And when I went, they had like a big beer delivery. And Bruce and I had no work the next day. And Bruce and I also agreed we weren't going to go to the gym the next day. So I was like, it's a perfect night to drink. So I picked up, 12 IPAs, 4 for the show, the rest for us. Yeah. And this one that Bruce is getting is pretty hardcore. I picked this beer because I thought it looked really flippin' cool.
It's a really cool can.
I'd never seen this beer distributor before.
All right.
And the can was pretty cool. And it's 9.5% alcohol. So Bruce decided to start us off.
Right.
Right.
We're starting off
It's
big.
called Experimental Jet Set.
That's a really cool can. I love whoever the artist is a really cool artist. I really enjoy it.
It tells you, I think, on the can.
But the next part of the show that we do every single week is trivia. And you're like, why do I care about trivia? Well, we do trivia every single week because that gets your entries in to the end of the month giveaway, which we do the last Friday of every single month. And we do a big grand prize plus prizes at 10:15, 10:30, and 10:45. And the grand prize of every single month in 2021 will include 1 slab and some other goodies.
It's a concrete slab. It's really heavy. We pay a lot in shipping. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Slowly building a patio for you. 1 slab at a time.
1 slab. Carlos Fergoso is in the house, guys. That is Stephanie's brother.
Nope, that's my dad.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's your dad. Sorry.
That's my dad. You can tell by the Mexican flag as his emoji.
Yes.
His avatar. What do you call that? It's not an emoji or an avatar.
So it's Carlos Sr.
I know, but the little picture that you have for YouTube. Your YouTube picture. Oh, this
icon?
Your icon, I guess? Sure.
Anyway. Just want to say hello. Hello, Dad. How are you? So, yeah, that is pretty much the show. In a little basket to give you guys.
20th Century Comics / 20th Century Fox is here. And so is Shattered Comic Reviews and
Tyler.
Ignacio Annabelle de Meglio.
What's going on, everyone? Guys, we do a drinking game every show, which we started like 3 weeks ago. Just going to show it to you guys real quick. So every time one of these things happens, if you are 21 years old and do have a tasty beverage on hand like we do, it's drinking time. So every time Stephanie goes on a rant, which is
every 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes, get ready to drink. We talk about reboots or reboots. There's another thing. Reboots or something else.
Movie delays.
Drink. And Stephanie brings up that I pee on the floor, which I don't, but she likes to bring it up and pretend that I do. And when I open a beer before Stephanie is actually done with the previous beer. Again, if you guys
there was so much pee on the floor this week.
That was not me.
So much pee on the floor.
For some reason, every kid in our house pees in our bathroom. They come in
on the floor,
and just pee.
No other bathroom in the whole house but ours. Amazing.
If you guys have any other drinking rules that you guys would like to add to the game, especially the guys that are here every single week, let us know down in the comments of this video when this video wraps.
Sam King says #free the pee.
Free the pee.
There's already too much free pee. #lock up the pee.
Lock up the pee. Don't lock up the pee. It's my pee. Do we have any news we want to talk before we get into news?
Crush my deadlifting weight today.
We do CrossFit, no big deal. We don't look like it, but we do it.
we now I'm included in this. I look like it.
She's ripped, baby. All right, guys. So we're just gonna jump into news. There's
Freaking said, imagine if Nate watches the show and then he pisses on the floor just to fuck with you. Just like every day, just leaves like a little bit.
Well, when Jack, our 5-year-old, pees, instead of like shaking his little wiener,
oh my God,
last little bit, he just kind of like whacks it a few times and his pee drips go everywhere.
I wish whacking it was the motion. He doesn't whack it; he rubs it with the palm of his hand. So he like pees, and then he's like to get the pee off of his dingling, and then he's like,
it's pretty gross.
Really,
it's pretty gross.
Really gross. John, Big Daddy Ross said #urinary infection, which is very true. Agro Rhythm wants to know what my take is on the new Mortal Kombat trailer, and we're going to get to that.
We're going to get to that
because Bruce just made me watch it.
I did,
and we're going to talk about it.
We're going to come to that, but there was some big comic book news that came out, I believe, yesterday that I want to talk about. It's been covered everywhere. So I'm sure a lot of you guys know about this. But in case you don't, I do want to talk about it because I am super excited about this.
I am not drunk yet, so I won't ruin it for Bruce.
Yeah, so I'm going to start putting the news that I'm really excited about at the beginning of the show, and then the rest of the news we'll just go through.
He knows once I'm drunk. That's it. I'm just yelling over him. I'm like, I don't care what you know. Hold on. Omar Reyes Jr. is here.
What's up, Omar?
He left a comment on our last Holland vlog. He's asking, where in New York are we? And we are on Long Island.
Long Island.
Nassau County.
Yes.
Strong Island.
Right near the beach. So...
Bruce Bregan says, shot if Bruce talks about Spawn. Everybody get the drink cups ready.
So I have been collecting comics since I was like 23-ish. And one of the first books that I started picking up back issues to get everything because I was really into the story was Spawn. I collected Spawn up to like 170 something, and that's when I stopped collecting. I stopped collecting right before Gunslinger, which is so annoying because that book is so expensive right now. It's insane. I jumped back in right before 300, and I've been collecting ever since. I'm not fully caught up on the story. I'm like 10 issues behind. But with the news that Todd McFarlane is actually going to be creating a Spawn universe. There's going to be a one-shot that's coming out in a few months, which is going to launch his universe. So there's going to be the main Spawn book, and then there's going to be three additional. So the main Spawn book plus 3 additional books. There's going to be a main Gunslinger book, a King Spawn book, and then the Scorch. The Scorch is going to be a team book with a rotating cast of heroes. I believe the starting ones are Gunslinger, Spawn, Medieval Spawn, and She-Spawn, I believe, are the initial crew. And he's got some crazy creators that have agreed to come help him bring this universe to life. Now, the amount of creators that he read off is kind of bonkers because he didn't announce like creative team for a book. He just announced like creators and like some of the big names. The biggest name he said during this little video that I watched on Instagram was Donny Cates.
So someone just said Cates on Spawn is going to be tits.
But I don't see him staying and writing a main book on Spawn. I see him coming like maybe doing a short story, maybe in that first intro book. I mean, I would love it. I would love it if Donny takes Gunslinger and runs with it. That would be so freaking cool. Or She-Spawn or the Scorch, so freaking cool. But I just want to read off some of the names that have agreed to work on this book. And so Art Adams, John Sean Alexander, Carlo Barberi, Brett Booth, which is a big one, J. Scott Campbell, Greg Capullo, which is he was drawing Spawn when I was getting into it, and so I love Greg Capullo because of Spawn. Donny Cates, Jim Chung, another huge name, Mike Del Mundo, Javier Fernandez, David Finch, another big name, Jonathan Gallopon, Kevin Keane, Alice Cott, Puppeteer Lee, Sean Lewis, Sean Gordon Murphy, who is the writer of Batman White Knight, Ben Oliver, Stefan Segovia, Paulo, I can't pronounce that last name, Marco Silvestri, Marco Tamaki, and Frank Quietly. I'm sure a lot of those artists are actually guys that are just going to be doing covers and stuff like that. But Jim Chung, he said, is doing interiors for a book, which his art is so freaking good. So I'm just pumped. I am pumped for Spawn. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for Spawn Universe? Because I think it's going to be absolutely dope.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not running for Bruce. I'll go to the comments. Omar Reyes is reminding us that we are getting hit harder out of Long Island, that he's originally from Staten Island, but lives in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Oh, nice.
But yes, we are. Thank you for reminding us. Secretary Marvel's in the house.
Secretary
He wants to know if he missed Stephanie slamming the Department of Truth show yet. I have not, but I'm planning on it.
You still need to send us your address so we can send you those books.
And Omar also wants to know if you've thought of any fantasy series for him yet.
I have not yet. I'm working on it. I know that David Andrew is going to be the one I want to give you, but it hasn't come out yet. That's not until like September, October, David said. So, but I guess we can talk about the next big thing. Actually, no, it's trivia time. It's trivia time.
We can't talk about the next big thing. Is it more comic book news?
It will be. Well, it's going to be streaming. But it's the other big news.
Big news!
Big news! All right, babe, tell them about the wheel.
Guys, you know what to do with this wheel. And if you don't know, now you know.
Jigga.
People. We are going to spin the wheel. There are 10 questions on this wheel. It's going to land randomly on one, and then you have to be first in chat to get it right. If you're first in chat to get it right, you get an entry into our end of the month giveaway, which includes a slab of concrete and then some other building supplies.
Guys, this is CW Arrowverse trivia. Someone put it in chat. I ran with it, and plus, this is just to fuck with Chaos. If Chaos is on, this is
Chaos
for you.
never comes on, or he comes on at 11 o'clock and then just says rude things and leaves again.
He was on Hero and the Kid today at 9 o'clock Eastern, which is what, 6 o'clock his time?
Peter Good wrote first in chat as, as his answer, which is pretty funny.
Flip City Smoke's father is a cyber criminal. What is his super villain alias?
Ghost Rider. Does anyone remember Ghost Rider? I was all about that show when I was a kid.
Oh, I think I remember that. I didn't watch it, but I know that show.
All about Ghost Rider. Bringing it back. I'm surprised they haven't done a Ghost Rider reboot yet. I don't know the answer, so I can't.
So I hope you guys are ready to Google this stuff because I
got Brainiac.
Oh, Breakin'.
Taserface, the Calculator.
The Calculator
which is
it.
Amazing. That is the lamest name I've ever heard. The Calculator.
Yep.
The Calculator with his sidekick, Protractor Man. That is so dumb.
Hey, not all names are winners.
There are so many names that are so dumb.
Okay. So the other big news that we can start talking about right now before we get into movie news is that Department of Truth has officially been optioned for a TV show, which Borikin immediately Instagram DM'd me and was like, yo, did you hear about this? And he told me a long time ago to order this book from Dynamic Comics or something. It's a cover A, #1, signed by James Tynion, and we haven't received it yet. And I emailed the company a while ago and they said, we are still waiting for the books from James Tynion. So they are supposed to be coming, but they're supposed to be coming in December. Now it's February. So
liars.
Some point we're going to get it. And I was telling him, my comic book shop actually has a bunch of copies. So I'm going to buy as many as I can that are in good shape and try to flip them because now they're going to be going for big money. And Daddy wants
What is this?
Department of Truth.
First of all, Department of Truth is fucking stupid. Second of all, Bruce has all the time that he's buying things so he can flip them and has never, as long as I've known him, sold a single comic book.
I don't buy anything to flip. This is my collection.
Let's rewind back to our slab video, and Bruce is like, I'm only getting this slab so I can sell it, and I'm only getting this slab so I can sell it. And then he ordered a bunch of shit to put on the walls for every single slab. Not one is getting sold.
Well, this is different.
This time's different, guys. This time's different.
But so this is a good option for a show. It's going to be, if you have any copies of cover A, definitely hold on to those. If you have those rare 1 in 50, 1 in 75, those are probably going to be worth more money than they were a day ago.
Whack Comic says he loves that you pronounce Tynion and Tinian both in one sentence.
Well, I know it's Tinian, right? Because that was a pronunciation that he put in his own newsletter.
Yes.
But I think this is going to be a good investment. So we'll see. But yeah,
I think it's stupid. I think that book was stupid.
I
think everyone hyped it up. Remember when everyone was all like, "Oh, the autumnal best book ever, pick it up." Now where's that? Sitting in a box, never to be read. Department of Truth is stupid. Now it's a TV show, so now we're gonna watch it. You know what else
that's
is
a good
TV
investment.
show?
But that's a good investment because the book is now going to be a TV show. If you watch how comic trends work in comic book, like streaming and TV and all that crap, book gets announced that it's going to hit streaming. If you have it, you get it. If you can get more copies before it goes too high, you grab them. If you can have those books in hand when the trailer drops, that's when you sell them.
He's going to stand outside of the movie theater with a trench coat and just open it up. And he's going to be like, you guys want some comic books? $4.50. He's like, I made $5. That's what they're going to be worth. $4.50.
No, they're already worth $18
for 2 days.
No,
2 days, and then they're going to be worth $4.50. Or Department of Truth is going to be a stupid show, and then no one's going to want it anymore.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You sell them before the actual show comes out. Trailer hits, you sell them. So let's move on because she doesn't believe in me. My comic book knowledge. But guys, Supergirl. Do you even care about Supergirl? When you think about superheroes,
If you don't, they're making a show. Go out and buy every single copy of Supergirl because it'll be worth something because there's a TV show coming out about it.
well, Supergirl was just cast, and she's going to be appearing in The Flash. And they cast this girl. She's a Young and the Restless star, Sasha Khalil.
Is Young and the Restless still on TV?
Of course it is.
That's amazing. How long has Young and the Restless been on
Oh,
TV?
so long. If James Galagos was
Where the
here,
fuck is James Galagos?
if someone has
He's
a-
like every other weekend now. Where are you, James? You're being very intermittent with your viewing, and I'm going to take your wrench away.
if one of you can just look up how long that show's been on, that'd be great. But yeah, so the big news is that she was cast. She's going to be in the Flash film, which is cool. I'm really excited about the Flash film because it's going to be multiverse.
Tony Century said 47 yeets because he spelled years with a T, but then he wrote a little asterisk and wrote yeets and spelled yeets wrong.
So
amazing. 47 yeets.
So why I'm excited for the Flash movie is that it's going to be a multiverse hopping film, and we're going to see old Batman, new Batman. We're going to see a bunch of different characters. I opened this before her, so everyone drank, and she's already gone on a rant yelling at me about comics, which I definitely know more than her about.
Yes, because we are swimming in comic book money, guys. We don't even have to. Our 401k, I just canceled it. I was like, take it. Stop taking that money out of my checking account. My baby's figured out which comics to flip.
Hey, we got to start somewhere, okay? I'm starting with Department of Truth. So do you remember how much money Endgame ended up making at the theater?
It was the most money any MCU movie had ever made.
It's any movie, period, in the opening weekend.
I don't know. $1
$400
billion.
$457 million in opening weekend or something like that. Yeah, opening weekend. So that's a ton of money. It's a lot of money.
How much did I see? None of it.
Because that movie was hot garbage. So, but there is a movie that beat it. And you're thinking to yourself, wait, COVID's going on right now. There's no theaters open. How
But
could
I
a
know that
movie...
something beat it before COVID.
What?
Didn't something beat it before COVID?
No. Well,
It's the Trolls World Tour movie. Trolls World Tour.
nope, there is a Chinese film, blockbuster, Detective Chinatown 3.
But is it like the conversion to US dollars is like really 55 cents?
No, they made $487 million, I believe is what the total was. Which is bananas. Bananas!
Bananas!
Bananas! So yeah, it trumped that, and they're saying that, you know, because COVID is actually much more under control over there than it is here. So theaters are open back up, and people were like,
Because
we're
we suck
free!
as a country. Because every other country has COVID under control except for us and England. And guess where we came from? Guess who our dad is? England.
Who's daddy?
England.
So if I didn't see this trailer until today, Stephanie did not see this trailer until a few minutes ago. I didn't know they were making this film. So I was kind of surprised when I saw it. I believe maybe
I knew they were making it.
Oh, Stephanie knew she was making it.
No big deal.
But Cruella. It's a film that is showing you the origin story of Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians, starring Emma Stone. I like Emma Stone a lot. I think she's a great actress. I've really enjoyed almost everything she's been in. And this trailer, what did you think of the trailer after you watched it?
I thought the trailer was interesting. It's a little dark for Disney,
I was thinking the same
and
thing.
I was surprised that it was only Cruella de Vil. When I heard Cruella, I thought it was just another fucking Dalmatians movie.
Right.
And then they kind of made it like dark and she's like fucking crazy. And they did a very big, I don't say homage because I don't feel like they were dedicating it to the Joker, but a very big biting off of the Joker with like her makeup all running. It looks like she's in front of this big building, which makes you think it's like an insane asylum. She's like, I'm a little bit mad. Very Joker-esque.
It's funny because, you know, obviously Disney does not own DC Comics at all. And if you look at online at all today, like when I was reading the news, I obviously read from the newest to the oldest, going back to Monday, and all the articles were talking about how she looks a lot like Harley Quinn in a lot of these things, and like the Joker in a lot of these things. And there's like very close ties when you're watching this, or could be close ties to what they're trying to make Cruella into kind of like a Joker / Harley Quinn for Disney. But it's funny, like you want to do that for a 101 Dalmatians character?
Comic Book Poser wants to know if you are Googling Baywatch lifeguards and a Peloton based on the ads that are showing up right here. But yeah, I would definitely watch Cruella based mostly on the fact that it's a Disney movie, and Disney 97% of the time makes amazing movies.
They
like
do.
Even when you're like, I don't know, and then you watch it, you're like, I don't know what I was thinking, Disney. I'm sorry, you're right. You fucking make amazing movies. I'll never say that again.
Right. So yeah, I'm excited for it. It looks really cool. It definitely looks dark, especially for 101. I'm gonna say that again. This is a 101 Dalmatians spinoff, and it looks dark as fuck.
I would not take my children to see that.
No, I would.
That is an adult movie.
That is an adult
not
movie
for children.
No.
Unless I want to like scare my children so they go to sleep. Let's watch this movie. Now go to sleep.
So we're really excited for Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I
am super excited for this movie. Its rating finally got revealed, which is kind of says a little bit about the film. It's MPAA, which basically just turns out to be PG-13. And this whole article is talking about how so the first two films were PG, which I don't know how they were PG.
Because everything in the 90s would have been rated R if we were allowed to watch it. I used to love the movie Drop Dead Fred. I don't know if anybody remembers Drop Dead Fred. When I was a kid, I was all about that movie. It's about a girl. She has an imaginary friend, but he's like a real guy. Like you see him and he does perverted shit. Like he her mom's in the kitchen. He slides under her dress and like looks up her dress and shit. Like shit that like they would never let fly in a movie. And I rewatched Drop Dead Fred as an adult and I was like, oh my God. Like I would not let Jack watch some of the movies that I was allowed to watch as a child.
God no.
You know how to watch Ghostbusters with the fucking the Rick Moranis character like boning fucking what's her face, and they're like, I'm the Keymaster. Like he's like, that would never be PG 2021. That'd be like rated X.
Yeah, so it was just I don't know. It was an interesting article only in the sense that they were kind of like, so it doesn't match to what the originals were, and we really think this was going to be like, an homage to the original films. It's like, yeah, but it's a different time. Ratings don't really convert from 1980s to the 2021s. So, I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
Comic Poser agrees Drop Dead Fred was molesty as fuck. Whack Comic says Drop Dead Fred is one of his favorites of all time.
I can see that, Lee.
It is a great movie, but not appropriate. You watch it again, you're like, what? Mom, let me watch this movie? No wonder I have these issues.
So, babe, you're a video game player. You like to dabble into video games.
I do.
Did you ever play Mortal Kombat as a kid?
Definitely.
You did?
I did.
Who's your favorite character?
I don't know any of their names. I wasn't that into it.
Which
I played like arcades at the pizza place where you're like, 25 cents. Hadouken! Like that's not even Mortal Kombat, but that's where like the guy who shoots the ice.
Sub-Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was that your favorite?
I don't have a favorite. They're just guys that shoot things.
My favorite was definitely Scorpion. I love shooting that chain out, pulling them in. I can never do the finishing moves. They were always so annoying to do. Maybe there's you have to go here and then you do this and then you do that. Could never do the cool finishing moves. I always just went in. Boop. So stupid. But they made a movie back in the 90s, early 2000s. That was terrible. So terrible. But everyone who is in the know knows that there's a new Mortal Kombat coming out that was supposed to be more faithful. This is going to be definitely a R-rated movie. We watched the Red Band trailer. Definitely has some really cool fight scenes. But babe, tell the people your thoughts.
So we watched the Mortal Kombat movie. I believe someone asked me earlier, Oscar Reyes, who now left because he said he had to put his wife to bed. He was like, oh, sweet baby. He's putting her to bed. He said if she's asleep soon and we're still on, he'll come back on. Asked how I felt about the Mortal Kombat movie. I think the fight scenes look pretty cool. The guts and the craziness is pretty cool. Sub-Zero freezing shit and then breaking your body parts off. Awesome.
Dope.
But the premise is stupid as shit. The whole movie is gonna be stupid as shit. It's gonna be like Fast and Furious, where you watch it, you're never gonna watch it again, but you're like, that was cool. The car scenes were cool. The fight scenes were cool. It's what do they call it? A popcorn movie?
Popcorn movie. Yeah. I mean, to me, this looks kind of like a Scorpion origin movie with some other stuff thrown in, but it all looks lame as fuck. Like the overall looks lame as fuck.
And I will say, I don't know if I'm just remembering incorrectly because the first Mortal Kombat movie came out so long ago, but I loved the first Mortal Kombat movie, and I bought the soundtrack.
You did?
It was like,
oh, like the DJ remix?
Yes, I was all about the Mortal Kombat. All about that song.
I don't know. I think overall that movie looks lame as fuck. I think it's gonna be dope fight scenes. But let's talk about this beer real quick.
Memory Lane Interborough in Spirits and Ales West Coast Style IPA. Interborough Spirits and Ale from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
6%. Kind of wacky smacky. But I do want to go into the chat for a minute because I feel like there's some funny things I was reading.
I was just reading.
Adrian Padilla came on and he said that he agrees that the soundtrack was awesome to Mortal Kombat. I'm assuming you're still talking about Mortal Kombat, and I agree. I was all about that Mortal Kombat soundtrack.
I love this comic book poser comment. Okay, since my rule of Bruce calling things Hagabe was vetoed, I just don't say it enough. Can we drink whenever Bruce calls a movie terrible?
We would all talk about alcohol boxing because he's never seen a good movie. Bruce is a very hard judge of movies.
Well, you know, I just expect really good things, you know?
Second Street Marvel let us know that the way that movies would be different nowadays would that it would have to be boy on boy for the keymaster because they wouldn't want girl and boy anymore to make everything inclusive. Bruce would have a rant about it.
Well, we're going to talk
about Two Gun Pedro's in the house.
Two Gun Pedro.
Web 82. Web _82 is in the house.
What's going on?
Cisco C is agreeing with me that the first movie for Mortal Kombat was cool, and I agree. Sam King wants to know, wasn't Highlander in that? I don't know. Comic Breeder said his mother-in-law just told him that his whiskey looks like pee, and he thinks he's worried about her. Maybe you should take her to the doctor if her pee is brown. She needs to drink some more water. We need to talk to her.
That or you're drinking a really light whiskey like Jameson, and maybe you should drink something a little more manly. Just saying. Joking. All right. Babe.
He said, Bruce, you thought the end of the trailer looked lame when Sub-Zero used the dude's own blood to stab the fuck out of him? What the fuck?
No. We said the fight scenes look cool. They really do.
They look awesome. Like, you'd watch it just for the fight scenes. That's what I'm saying. We're going to watch it just for the fight scenes. The premise is stupid. It's like, everybody has a tattoo.
I'm Sonya, and I'm gonna build a team to go fight these people. It's this premise is gay as fuck, but
yes, that ever like you were. That's not a birthmark. You were chosen.
Chosen. Everything is dumb about this movie. The fight scenes, what everyone's gonna go for.
Yeah.
And the finishing moves that are going to happen is...
I'm going to bring a remote control when I go. And I'm just going...
That'd be amazing.
You're not pressing bang fast enough!
I'm pressing it. Do the other finishing move, not that finishing move. Babe, what do you feel about Spike Lee?
Whack thinks that we're jealous because they don't have a tattoo. And that's incorrect, Whack, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tattoos. So...
Maybe when I'm 45, I'll get my first one.
Suck it.
So, babe, Spike Lee.
The Spike Lee joint.
What do you think about Spike Lee joints? I opened this before Stephanie finished the other one because she just started that one.
We all know how this goes. I drink the first beer quickly. Bruce drinks the rest of the beers to himself before the hour's over.
All right. So Spike Lee joints. What do you think?
I remember liking them. What's the one where he does about like the guy and they they live in like the city and then like it's a blackout and then they like rob the pizza place.
It was legit. He Got Game or Who Got Game? He Got Game, right?
I don't know. I really like that.
The first one, yeah. I mean, he's an interesting guy. He makes okay movies, in my opinion. They're not.
Well, he's like DJ Khaled. You always know it's a DJ Khaled song because he's like DJ Khaled. We the best music, and he just like shouts stupid shit. it's like a Spike Lee joint comes before the movie, and you're like, oh, this is very specific to Spike Lee. It's like his signature.
Yeah.
So then it kind of has like this connotation that's gonna be good, like the fucking M. Night Shyamalan movies that are all fucking terrible because you know there's a twist. And like there was only one good movie. Once you figured out there was a twist, after like The Sixth Sense, you're like, okay, we get it. There's gonna be a twist at every movie. It's not surprising anymore.
I mean, I agree. Like, I think he's a good director. I really do. I have nothing
against do the right thing. Everyone
do the right thing. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate that. But what would you think about him directing a Marvel flick? Because he won't direct DC films because he thinks DC comics are corny. Even though he's talking about DC comics when he read when he was a kid. Spike Lee is obviously an older man. He's probably in his early 50s, I would say. Maybe late 50s.
I feel like later.
But, he's saying like he's open to it if they bring him the right movie. I think maybe that could be really cool. Maybe he could, I don't know. I mean, obviously this would be
but Spike Lee does like current event movies like movies that have meaning behind them. What is he going to have a meaning behind Black Widow?
Well, I don't think he would do a Black Widow film. I think he'd do like, a Riri Williams who is going to take over the role of Iron Man. Because that's what she's doing in the comics right now. Like, there's always going to be an Iron Man in comic books.
No, fucking what's his face, McDingling face wants to come back because he was like, I'm leaving because I'm going to make good movies, and then he made that terrible fucking movie. What was it when he can talk to animals? Dr. Dolittle. Fucking Robert Downey Jr. was like, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave the MCU that's making me money left and right with my smelly co-partner, fucking Pee-Pee Brain, who smells like a vagina candle. What was her name? Gwyneth Paltrow. You hear that she's like a smelly, disgusting bitch who doesn't wash, and everyone on set has to deal with that. And she's like, I use natural deodorant. And they're like, we can tell. And she's there. And then Robert Downey Jr. is like, I'm going to leave this piece. I'm going to go make great movies. They make Dr. Dolittle, which is the worst fucking movie I've ever seen. We turned it off. It was so bad.
10 minutes in.
So bad. Eddie Murphy did a better Dr. Dolittle than fucking Robert Downey Jr.
Cocaine is very expensive. We need a rant counter. I think that's what I'm going to start doing. For my next graphic, I want to make Frank make me. I don't know. I think Spike Lee could do something really cool. I don't love him as a director. I think his comment there about DC Comics being lame, he hasn't read anything current. And if you read current DC Comics, there's some really good stuff in there. Just like there's some really shitty Marvel comics, but there's some also really good ones. So
there's no shitty indie comics, just saying.
There's lots of shitty comics.
Also, 20th Century Comics says his favorite Spike Lee joint was when the four kids looked for pirate treasure under the restaurant with Frankenstein, which I'm assuming he's talking about the Goonies. Oh. Which is really funny.
All right, so we've talked about the Snyder Cut a lot on this show. It's really close to coming out. So Zack Snyder was on some kind of podcast, whatever, talking about the film with a bunch of people. And he said, if this movie ever comes to theaters, what do you think is going to happen?
Everyone's going to walk out. So like, I got to fucking piss and I'm starving and my babysitter left 2 hours ago. So I got to go.
He did say, if this ever comes to theaters, there will be a 10-minute. Yes, he's going to give you 10 minutes to use the potty to come back to watch the other 2 hours.
10 minutes, because you're going to need to take a shit because you've been there all fucking day. And all the coffee you drank to stay awake to watch this movie is running right through you.
I'm so excited to see this movie. I think we're going to watch it. Because then if there's an intermission in there, there has to be a point in the film where you can be like, oh, that's like a natural stopping point. And we're going to stop here and we'll come back. We're
going to watch this movie. We're going to film all 4 hours of it. And it's going to be 4 hours straight of me yelling at the TV about how stupid this movie is.
Should we live stream it?
Live streaming, me just being, what the fuck is this? This is the stupidest shit I've ever seen.
Come hang out with Bruce and Stephanie as we watch Justice League, the Snyder Cut live. Would you guys want to see that? I don't think I would even want to see that. But we could do it. Because finding 4 hours with kids is really hard.
I think it's really hard for most people. Finding 4 hours when you don't have children that's just free in your day. Do you guys want to ruin your whole Saturday and just take the whole fucking day to go stand online, then wait 20 minutes at fucking the concession stand and then watch a 4-hour movie? Then now is a 10-minute intermission that you have to fucking rub elbows in the bathroom with every fucking guy peeing in the urinal and smashing you so they can hurry up and go buy more snacks and go watch the stupid fucking movie. That's another 2 hours long, and then you gotta drive home. And at this point, your wife is cranky. She fucking hates you for dragging her to this movie. That sounds like a wonderful Saturday.
All right. I don't even know where to go from
And
that.
yes, Sam King, I remember the "Let's all go to the lobby."
Don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you, Two Gun. Do you need a wrench? You should give him a wrench.
Two Gun. I don't have that ability. I don't even have the ability to give myself a wrench. I'm gonna type a comment in here. You guys will see. I don't have a wrench. I can't even take comments and put it on the screen.
You can't? What?
Look,
All right.
I'm ranting. I'm ranting in the background right now.
Oh, Two Gun does have a wrench. So does Comic Poser.
See?
All right. Just checking that. All right, guys. So, Transformers. Do we need any more Transformers?
No.
I mean,
Once Shia LaBeouf left, that was it. As much as I hate Megan Fox, it was the only good Transformers.
I think the
Shia LaBeouf.
I think the first one was the only good one. The second one was still stupid.
So I disagree only because Transformers came out when like IMAX first was created.
Sure.
Like that was when IMAX was first a thing. That's when like those graphics and the sounds and they had like the seats moving. That's when Transformers came out. And so every time you went to see Transformers for like the first 3 movies, it was like one of the first couple of movies where you could see it was fucking huge and epic. And they were like robots fighting. And you're like, this is amazing. The movies were terrible, but the graphics and everything else, so cool.
I still think the first movie was definitely way better than the second. They were still nowhere close to the cartoons that I remember as a kid. I've yet to see an Energon cube. Where's that fucking cube? That's what the whole fucking cartoon was about.
What, the whole movie is about that?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not a single
about
one.
the cube?
No,
Yes, it
Energon
is.
cubes. It was like cubes that they would use to power shit.
Yes.
No, it's
That was-
one thing. That's like totally different.
Everyone has to have an Energon cube now to be Two Guns as he brings his own wrench.
Yes. But guys, if you guys were worried that you were not going to get any more Transformers after the Bumblebee movie, well, guess what? You're getting more because they are making another film and they're looking for a Tessa Thompson lead. They don't want her, no, because they know they can't get her because she's too
She's
big.
like, there's no way I'm going to be in Transformers 15.
Especially
Sorry.
after I've been after in the MCU, you can go kiss behind.
Like, what is going to be the premise of this? They come back again?
But they're also looking for a Ruth Nega, a
The Spark. Thank you, Barikan. That's what it's called.
Journey Smollett. I have no idea who that is. Or Zoe Kravitz.
I think I would enjoy another Transformers movie if the Decepticons won. That's the movie I want to see.
No. What I want to see is if they can do a live action version of the Transformers movie, the cartoon from the 1980s. If they can do that, I remember picking that VHS up from my local store in New Hampshire, which was like in the small podunk store in New Hampshire, and watching that at home. Holy balls. Holy balls. The Junkatrons, so good. Cybertron,
the Garbage Pail Kids,
the Cybertron, so good. Everything in that movie is amazing.
the Movietron.
There's only like 3 humans in the whole entire thing. It's all in outer space. Let's do that.
They do like a fucking choreographed dance thing. Like it's just a bunch of clanking. They're like, dun, 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 dun.
You never saw that movie?
Anyway, K Titus is here all the way
From Japan.
Cisco C says he's not a fan of Transformers. The Terminator is here, so everybody
The Terminator. Oh,
get ready. 'cause
I am.
our
James Galagos is
shortly-
here.
Hey, James Galagos is here. Fucking late. Fucking late, James.
James, you're
I
good.
already yelled at you and you weren't here before, so strike 2.
All right, we're gonna hit some trivia.
Although he said rant is the path to the dark side, rant leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to pee on the floor.
Oh, damn it. Michael, what is going on? We haven't seen you in forever. What is going on, my man? Transformers movie sucked. Yes, I agree.
Timothy Troll,
Giants
who's
are
also
terrible.
here, said, what more could they do with the Transformers? That's what I'm saying. It would be stupid if they did another Transformers movie where Optimus Prime comes back and fucking wins. If they did like a Decepticon movie where the Decepticons come and they just fuck shit up and like the Transformers can't fight them, they take over the world, make everyone like fucking like SpongeBob, but like the SpongeBob movie where everyone wears the bucket helmets and they're like, hell, plankton, but like that, but Decepticons, they just fucking make human beings their bitch. I'd watch that.
Oh, my baby. All right, guys, it's trivia time. It is 10:45. Babe, what's the deal?
Guys, did we miss 10:30? No, we did 10:30.
No, 10:30.
First in chat to get this question right gets an entry into our end of the month giveaway. Again, concrete slab construction stuff. I'm assuming everybody's working on their house because it's the coronavirus.
Coronavirus! Whispering in the wheel. It's time for trivia!
Comic Poster says I need to direct movies. I agree. I would just yell at everyone, what are you doing?
I will say, which member of Oliver Family's unit does Slade Wilson kill in season 2?
What is this about?
CW verse Arrowverse, or CW Arrowverse TV trivia. So in Arrow, which member of Oliver's family unit does Slade Wilson kill in season 2?
I don't know anything. Wait, is what in season 2 of what?
Arrow.
Is it mom, Superman, father,
Sam
Danny,
Kingerer.
Batman?
Sam Kingerer, right?
Mom. Whose mom? Is it my mom? Did he kill my mom?
He killed your mom!
Comic books and Where's Chaos? He's good at these questions. He is good at these questions. I agree. And Terminator, yes, SpongeBob did wreck them with his peanut guitar.
All right. So, do you guys watch Apple Plus? Because we actually watch a few shows on Apple Plus.
Apple Plus is the bomb, yo. We didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. I mean, they don't have a lot, but what we've watched, except for defending Jacob. If Barikan's here, I apologize, because Barikan was like, defending Jacob for life. I got this tattoo, defending Jacob. But we did not enjoy it as much as you did.
I fell asleep immediately, and that show was boring as fuck. Greyhound, a movie directed and I think written by Tom Hanks. We really enjoyed that movie. It was weird, and the only thing weird about the movie is that it had no beginning and no end. It was just like the middle of a movie. But it was a great middle of a movie.
Oh my god, Adrian Padillo, you are correct. Ted Lasso is the best fucking thing on Apple TV. You haven't watched Ted Lasso, stop. Just turn YouTube off right now. I don't even care. Our viewer count go down. Go watch Ted Lasso. That's amazing. How amazing Ted Lasso is. It is the best show you've watched in 10 years. I promise you that.
I tell that to everyone. In the past, Ted Lasso is the best TV show I've seen in the last 5 to 10 years. Now, I'm 40 years old. I've watched a lot of stuff on TV in a long time. And yes, things were really good at the time. Like, what's that show? I'm not even able to think of things right now. But Ted Lasso is the fucking
hints.
shit.
I want some hints. The show with what?
The first big Netflix original.
That's not a hint.
That is a hint. It's about like the guy who's trying to become president. And he becomes president. He also got fired.
Oh yeah, he got fired because he was like diddling kids.
No, he was diddling dudes.
But they were young dudes. They were like 14.
No, they were not 14.
And he was in A Beautiful Mind, and he was like, "Did you ever see a bag blowing through the wind?" I'm just kidding. That wasn't his character. That was that movie.
That was a different movie.
No, that
was not Beautiful Mind.
What was it from then?
He was like, he's diddling kids and beautiful things and beautiful minds.
That's all the same movie to me. House of Cards. Kevin Spacey. Thank you.
There you go. There you go. But there is a show.
Terminator. I'll be back. I need to go watch that. I'll be back. It's amazing. I want to make my YouTube name The Terminator just so I can say that on everything.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yes, that's also from.
So there is a show that on Apple Plus. If you haven't watched it yet, it's called Mythic Quest. Mythic Quest is a show about a company who is making a MMO RPG, which is a game like World of Warcraft, which that's keen to my heart. But it also has one of the main actors from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which was a big sell to us.
Yes, and who doesn't love Mac? Mac is ridiculous.
Mac is one of the best characters. Season 1 was really good. Like it
was really good.
It wasn't Ted Lasso good.
No.
I won't say that, but we really enjoyed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny. Every episode was funny except for that very last one because they added in a COVID
Yeah, a weird
specific episode at the very
working
end.
from home episode.
It was that one was terrible, but everything leading up to that was great. Trailer for season 2 dropped. So good. So good. I'm excited for this. So you guys should be excited for it too.
Also, Sam King said he worked on a movie. Sam King said he had a friend who worked on a movie with Spacey and some evil shit went down and then got covered up.
Who's Spacey?
Kevin Spacey.
Oh, Kevin Spacey. Yes. He is a homosexual who didn't come out for a very long time and it just diddled dudes as much as he could.
Diddly diddly do. Diddle dudes. Also, Sleepy Reader 666 is here. James Galagos is telling you to remember to hit that like button. Too little, too late. I don't forgive you. Comic Poser says if you want
James
to see a bunch of
Comic Poser
facial expressions where he looks like he has explosive diarrhea, follow them on Instagram.
Poser.
Look at him being the new wrench.
Try to wrench it up. I love it.
Also, Ruben Guzman is here. I don't know what the C
Ruben Guzman
JNS before it means. But he wants to know if Apple TV is anything like an Apple bong. Probably not. Although, according to stoners, you can make anything out of a bong. So you could probably make an Apple TV into a bong.
I'm sure you can.
Anything into a bong. Not anything out of a bong. Anything into a bong.
You know The Walking Dead.
I don't know what The Walking Dead is. I've been living under a rock for the last 10 years.
You're the writer of The Walking Dead. Robert
Kirkman.
He also wrote his second comic after The Walking Dead was this comic called Invincible. Have you read it?
No.
I have not read it either. It's one of those things that's like there. I know it's really good. I just haven't read it yet. Because it's also one of those things that's been like 100 plus issues. It's in an omnibus. It's like, it's so big and it's over here. And I have 100 comics over there that I have not read. It's daunting. But there is an Amazon animated adult feature coming out. This is the other trailer I forgot to have you watch. I apologize. I was looking through the list.
What about it as an adult? Like, is he like just banging a bunch of chicks? Does he say inappropriate things?
Swear words. Lots of blood. Lots of blood.
He's got his period the whole time. Very messy.
Yeah, he's just like perioding it everywhere. I don't want to ruin anything for this, but there's some really good twists in there. This is only season 1, so I'm pretty sure they're not going to tell the whole tale of Invincible. His dad is a superhero, like the biggest superhero. He's basically Superman, his dad. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have superpowers, and then he gets superpowers, and he's like learning. He gets a team, and then he finds out his dad isn't who he thought he was.
He's Kevin Spacey.
His Kevin Spacey.
His dad is Kevin Spacey.
But if you guys have a chance, go watch the new Invincible trailer. I believe it dropped yesterday or today.
Regan says that book has a cult following. Comic Book Poser said he's glad that James Galagos is here. The wrench of all wrenches. James, you know I love you, and I'm just kidding. You are the wrench of all wrenches. But next time, be on fucking time.
Do you know who John Constantine is?
He's Constantine. He's Keanu Reeves. Also, he was in Deceased, but he meant nothing to me in Deceased because I don't know anything about him. And then I tried to.
Did you finish reading Deceased, Dead Earth?
I believe so.
It's
not my thing.
How did it?
I don't know. I just know like Ragman died and there was like a big pit of lava, but I was like, oh, it's Plastic Man. He's all melty.
Oh, so you're definitely behind. I might have. We have 2 boxes. We have her box. And then the box that needs to go down to the basement.
So Bruce didn't give it to me, which is what he's saying. So that's why I'm behind. Bruce is like, oh, you're behind. Let me judge you.
Oh, no.
But also,
you have like 50 books in there that you need to read.
Have 50. How many did Bruce just say he has over there?
100.
I have like 100 and it's daunting.
Is that in red? But Constantine is a great character. Keanu Reeves, I think, did a really good job. The best job as of right now.
What was the DC? It was a DC, or they did like a Black Label kind of book with Constantine, and you made me read that.
It wasn't very good.
No, it was terrible.
It was Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire is an amazing writer. The book really wasn't that good. I don't know. It was just like a rehashing of his origin story. I don't want that. If you're gonna write a new Black Label book, write something new. I don't need to know how he became a magician.
I didn't know. He was like, "Woo, is this a rabbit? Pull it out of my hat. Look at this, kids." And he's like just pulling fucking handkerchiefs out of his sleeves. I was like, "This is amazing."
We've talked about John Constantine having his own show or movie for a while now. We know that J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot Company has signed on with Warner Brothers to produce an X amount of films. Justice League Dark is one of them. We know that so far. And now Constantine is going to be part of the HBO Max J.J. Abrams Bad Robot thing. But the whole thing, which I don't know if I have a say in, I'm not a say. I don't know what my feelings are about this. John Constantine is supposed to be an English white dude. Which, again, I don't care because Keanu Reeves wasn't an English white dude. He was just a white dude. But they are strongly casting for a non-white lead.
Who is this? HBO Max?
Yes. Bad Robot, J.J. Abrams. They are strongly casting for a non- white lead, which is fine, I guess. Whenever I see John Constantine, because I've been reading comics for so long, all I see is blonde, white male. That's my John Constantine. He's got the trench coat on. I guess as long as they dress him exactly the same, even though if they did, it kind of looks like voodoo. But one of the characters or the actors that they showed, well, you didn't watch Venom. I only know that he was in Venom. He's like the evil guy in Venom.
Venom was a TV show or a movie?
A movie.
Tom Hardy.
There's some Indian actor that they showed. Like, this is kind of like who we're going for. If they went for that guy, that'd
Whatever
be really
happened to
cool.
that fucking Kumail Nanjiani? Remember he got all buff for some superhero movie?
No, he's going to be in Internals.
What happened to that?
Well, it's COVID. They're
Is that a
literally
movie?
Yes, it's a movie. It's a big movie. It has like Angelina Jolie. It has like huge name actors in it.
That's what made me think of when he said Indian guy, and then I was like, oh yeah, remember how Kumail Nanjiani got like buff as shit and was like all sexy, and people were like, oh my god, Kumail from Kumail. Kumail.
Yeah, but I don't know. Part of me is like, I just want my white dude in it, but then it's like, you know what? It doesn't really fucking matter. As long as they dress him the part. Give me the trench coat, the white shirt with the black tie. Give me that. Fucking make him purple. I don't give a shit. I just want the trench coat.
Everyone should be purple from now on. Do you guys ever watch Fairly Odd Parents?
Fairly Odd Parents.
There's an episode of Fairly Odd Parents where Timmy Turner is neighbors with this kid who's got like money and he's kind of a dick and he's really mean to Timmy and he thinks he's better than Timmy. So Timmy makes a wish where everybody looks exactly the same. So this kid can't think that he's any better than everybody else, except he still manages to be a fucking condescending dick, even though he looks different than everybody else and like picks out one thing that he can somehow make his thing. It was a very good life lesson, children. You should be watching Fairly Odd Parents.
What were your feelings about Aquaman?
I don't even remember finishing it. I'm pretty sure I didn't. It was stupid as fucking shit. I remember turning it on and being like, no, thank you.
All right. So
and I like Jason Momoa with no shirt on, but not enough to watch that fucking movie.
So Aquaman is part of the DC universe. So obviously HBO Max has part of that properties. And here is an image from the new animated Aquaman cartoon that's going to be coming out on HBO Max. What are your thoughts on this?
What is going on with their eyebrows? They would never be able to keep that eyebrow going underwater. And it looks like they're trying too hard. It looks like they're trying really hard to make Aquaman like Family Guy and looks stupid as shit.
That's your first thought? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I personally think
What's with the eyebrows?
This is an exaggerated look at these two characters. I think this is actually really cool.
He's like fucking...
As long as they go down the adult route. If they make this strictly for kids, or actually, I shouldn't say that. Maybe if it's like a more adult Teen Titans Go.
Everyone's agreeing with me. Gross, hot garbage, stink sauce. Cartoons nowadays are fucking stupid. It looks stupid. They're trying too hard. They're gonna make Aquaman like a fucking.
I will say,
like, oh, I'm really hard ass and I do this now. And like the girl with the fucking unibrow, is she supposed to? Is it because they hate Amber Rose? So they're like, I'm gonna make her have a unibrow on every fucking thing that we make of her now.
So I will say that we talked about J.J. Abrams a little while ago, or not J.J. Abrams, George R. Martin, and how he's like, right? He wrote so many pages of that book. It was like, I wrote hundreds of pages, but I still have hundreds left. Well, you would probably be a little bit, you'd be closer to being done if you weren't signing on to fucking help adapt Roger Zelmalecki's Zalamanzi's road marks for fucking picture.
Wait, what?
He's helping bring this book that another person did who died to picture instead of working on his book.
Didn't he just say he wrote like 45 fucking chapters over COVID? Give the guy a break.
No.
He's tired.
No.
It's 11 o'clock.
Do you know how long it's been since the last book for Game of Thrones has come out?
7 years.
Yes.
I do know. So it turns out I know.
But isn't that a little long for a fucking book sequel?
I don't know. I've never tried to write a book, but I know that if I did, I'd probably pick it up and put it down 4,000 fucking times before I finished it. Because I'd be like, I'd rather watch TV. So I get it.
You're a terrible writer.
I get it, George.
You're a terrible
I
writer.
Get it.
You shouldn't be a writer.
We should be eating cake together and not writing books.
Oh, so you want to be fat and overweight too?
If it means I get to write amazing books that make me millions of dollars, sure.
During the second season of Supergirl, James Olsen takes on the heroic identity of
Superman Jr.
Guys, just so you know, in case you are new to the channel, these questions get you entries into the end of the month giveaway, which is next week. Adrian Padilla is the first person to get it right.
Adrian, thank you. Thank you for knowing anything about this stuff that Bruce made up.
I did not make this up. I got this all off online.
Made it up. This is Martian Superboy, Randy Flash. What's
what?
Propane and propane accessories. Bobby Hill. That's who I want it to be.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course you don't, because you don't like anything that's good.
I don't like anything that's good, guys. I'm just like this guy over in the corner.
We just agree that everyone said Bruce doesn't like any TV shows, doesn't like any movies. I tried to make him watch Rick and Morty. He doesn't know Bobby Hill and propane accessories.
In The Flash, which character kills Barry Allen's mother?
Definitely Batman. He's such a dick.
He is a big dick.
Totally would kill someone else's mother.
My knees hurt from working out this week. They hurt a lot.
Reverse Flash. Zoom. Reverse Flash.
You guys are correct, but I need the actual name of the character.
Reverse Flash.
Not their villain name.
Reverse Flash. It's been Reverse Flash for like 10 people. Reverse Flash.
I know, but I want the other name. Zoomerman.
20th Century Comics said that he still thinks we should.
Sleepy Raider.
Things you shouldn't put in your mouth as a trivia topic. Reverse Flash. Zoomy.
I was gonna take Sam King.
Eobard Thane.
It's Ebon.
Eobard Twain. Eobard Thwain. No one can write it. I'm assuming the autocorrect is fucking everyone's day up.
That's fine, but Sam King was the first person to try.
You got close enough. You knew what we were looking for.
He did.
I appreciate you, Sam.
Sam
can win now, right?
Yes, Sam can win.
Sam can win again. Sam's back in the game, people. Watch out.
Sam King, back in the game. Wow. Someone's excited because she's just been dead flat all night.
What? I've got on like 10 rants.
People even
said rants
she's
of the
not
night.
even
People were
talking
like,
about
rants
things.
4.0. Subscribe.
You haven't even said that one night. Now you're saying at the 11 o'clock hour. Everyone's tuned out.
Everyone here is subscribed.
Which
everybody knows.
Superhero does Brandon Ruth portray in the Legends of Tomorrow?
What the fuck is Legends of Tomorrow? Who the fuck is Brandon Ruth? Ralph?
Eobard asswipe. Oh, Adam just popped up. Hey, no, whack comics. Our buddy
Wiggity
Lee.
whack, wiggity smack.
Our buddy Lee, all the way from Australia. Oh wait, is he from New Zealand or Australia?
Australia.
Are you sure?
Is there like a difference? Is New Zealand?
Of course, New Zealand's an island off Australia. That's embarrassing.
I'm just saying, like, who cares about New Zealand? Like, 3 people live there.
Well, maybe Lee lives there, and now you're making fun of Lee.
Lee lives in Australia. He told me.
He did. He told you like personally. He called you. He was like,
He
"Hey, what's
called
up,
me,
man?"
and he's like, I just want to tell you before I pour this SpaghettiOs on this comic book that I live in Australia. I was
"Oh,
like, "Thank
Lee,
you."
every time you do something like that, it gives me like the heebie-jeebies."
Heebie-jeebies. That's. I told Bruce that you're a genius because you're just like that other guy. Who's that other guy I told you about?
I
Is this
don't know.
the third one?
That's the third one. Yeah, one with the doogie. In season 1, what area of Starling City was Malcolm Merlin plotting to destroy?
Malcolm in the middle. So I'm gonna drop and finally drink this third beer that Bruce is just flying through. Ben Button series.
Hold on to show it off until
Benjamin the Youngster double IPA with Mosaic and Citra, 8.5%. That is why Bruce can't speak tonight. Are we looking for answers? Hobbit
Yes.
Holes, Downtown, The Hood, Randy, Uptown, the Evergreens.
That's the closest yet.
What is the question in season 1? What area of Starling City
The
was
zoo.
Malcolm Merlin plotting to destroy? What is the answer?
I'm gonna show you. It's here somewhere.
The Glades. The Glades. That's a stupid answer.
It's
The
not as-
Everglades, they just ripped it off. They just call it the Glades. It's too cool to be the Everglades. The smelly area, yes. Also the Glades. McDonald's, Walmart, the zoo. So close. The Glades. www.
Roscoe is in the house, guys. If you guys are not following out Geek Out with Roscoe, you need to be following him. He is a great artist.
Comic Poster said every third Friday is Comics and CW. I hope not. This is painful. The Glades.
How much is right? Oh, Boriken is the first person to take the hint.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to end this like quicker.
Quicker, like,
Glades.
well, maybe you should tell our people to not say CW next time.
Our people comments. Chaos is not my fucking people. Chaos is never on. Anytime he is on, we magically get a dislike on any one of our fucking videos because he's the world's biggest hater. I'm assuming because his penis is so small. But that's none of my business. But he does hate on a lot of things.
Which immortal villain played a major part or major recurring role in the first season of DC's Legend of Tomorrow?
Thank you, 20th Century Comics. You probably did give great ideas. For some reason, Bruce went with Chaos, who's just a hater. And he's trying to be like, oh, you guys love CW. Because he lost the game show that he was on. And he's still fucking sour about it a year later.
Roscoe.
A year later.
You need more people to come enjoy what you were doing. Because you are doing amazing thing. Vandal Savage. The first one was Andrew Kai. Of course, Andrew Kai.
Is the answer Randy Savage? Because Comic Breeder wrote Randy.
Oh, did he say?
Comic Breeder wrote Randy, but now you already say Andrew Kai, so now they both get an entry. Comic Breeder and
That's probably the cleanest way to do it.
Ra's al Ghul, Vandal Savage, Savage, Vandal Savage. Why is no one saying Randy Savage?
Because it's Randall Savage.
Randall. I guess everyone's getting autocorrected to Vandal Savage,
Yes.
which is amazing.
Andrew Kai.
20th Century Comics got told by Comic Proposer that he stopped giving ideas because you never take his suggestions, Bruce.
Who said that?
Comic Proposer.
It's usually I take the first person unless it's like really difficult. Like, guys, you have to
Comic Proposer,
understand.
you don't have to ask permission to write trivia. Just write some trivia and email it to us, and we'll take it because it means we don't have to do it.
Well, yeah, that's another thing, babe. How about you take 2 or a minute and just extrapolate?
I
couldn't
You
do
want
the
me to
word.
extrapolate?
Yeah, there you go.
Do you
Extrapolate.
know what extrapolating is?
Yes, extrapolate on that topic.
Like mathematically, you know how to extrapolate 2 numbers.
Yes, it's like tell them more about that subject.
I don't think he knows how to extrapolate numbers, but I will explain what Bruce is talking about. You guys can send us trivia anytime you want. I'm all about it. Because Bruce writes all the trivia, and that just means it's one less thing for Bruce to do.
Yeah, because Stephanie does nothing for the show.
I'm
Nothing.
the entertainment for the hour and a half that you are here. Bruce is like a fucking bag of wet fucking socks where he's like, I don't like movies and I hate all things. And I'm here fucking ranting it up and bringing the heat so I can tell you about how Cass has a small penis and movies are stupid and Mortal Kombat is going to be a popcorn movie.
Wow.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Let's spin the wheel. Because I guess my
Two brothers
thoughts
here
are
somehow standing up for chaos. So
a bag of wet socks.
right, a bag of wet socks.
Oh, sorry. I need to show you guys the question.
Just know the answer.
Which hero becomes the leader of the Legends of the Legends of Tomorrow after Rip Hunter goes missing in season?
This is a
2.
good motivation for you guys to write the trivia for next week. Because if not, you're gonna have to answer this fucking CW trivia.
Guys, come on.
Green.
My kids were home
That's the answer.
all day
Green.
today.
Green.
I went to Guitar Center. I went to Target.
Oh my god,
I
you
went
got
to Walmart.
lunch. Oh
I
my
went to
god.
Shake Shack. I went. I'm normally on a Friday. I'm home for 7 hours alone, and I have
How
time to
hard
do
would
this.
it be to come up with CW trivia? If anything, this is harder trivia to come up with. What is the answer? Because I
A
missed
break. Sam King.
Green Firestorm, Green Arrow, White Canary,
Sam King.
Canary,
Sam King.
White
Sam
Canary,
King. Sam King.
Sam
Sam
King. 2 entries in right when you can win again, Sam. Way to get it in. Proud of you.
She's so like spicy. Like some days, it's like,
Spicy
do I really like
some
deserve
days,
like this kind of like
some
talk?
days, and you do, and we both know that you do. And the
Like,
fact that
here I
you
am, like trying
the
really
fact
hard
that you
to
only
put
get
in
it
a
on
good
Friday
YouTube
nights is
channel,
amazing.
and she's like giving me like bullshit.
The Shake Shack Good Comic Burrito is Bruce's favorite burger place. Is Shake Shack.
Poser. I know you
It's
live at
burrito.
a burrito.
Comic burrito.
Oh, Cole. I don't know where you live. I definitely shipped you something, but I can't remember. I think it's Michigan. You don't have shit for burgers.
Wow. Wow.
Shit for burgers.
Wow.
Even though you might have something good, but it's not Shake Shack. Shake Shack is the best burger. I've had In-N-Out. I've had other burgers. It's just Shake Shack is the best burger. Who is the villainous
Black and White
alter ego
Snakes,
of
Killer
killing?
Frost, Black Canary, Killer Frost.
Who said Killer Frost? Who's the first one?
Andrew Kai.
Andrew Kai gets it.
Andrew Kai was first.
Sorry. I went to Burger Rant. Sorry. I love burgers. Burgers are my jazam.
See, Bruce, when I write these questions, it gives you more time to put big words on the screen. Thank you, Poser. Get on it.
Also, no. Everyone, if you can write 10, we need 10 questions. But they need to be, you can't like give me bullshit questions that everyone's gonna be like, that's not the right answer. If you guys can like vet the questions, make sure they're right, and send them to us, we will 100% use them.
Downright Nerdy Podcast says In-N-Out shits on Shake Shack. Sorry. I will say
Michael,
the best burgers I've ever had in my life were made by Bruce.
oh babe.
That's true. I'm not just being nice. I'm like, oh, I just want you to have sex with me later. He's gonna do that anyway. So
I will do.
Bruce makes amazing burgers. They're perfectly seasoned and they're delicious. Oh my god, you haven't made in so long those smash burgers, but those are the shit. I'm gonna make Bruce make those for me tomorrow. They're delicious.
Smash burgers are the best burgers. They're just a pain in the ass. In Supergirl, Hank Henshaw revealed himself to be which DC hero in disguise?
It's a stupid name.
It is a very stupid name.
Sam King got it right again.
Sam King!
But Breaker was so close. He said Marion Manhunter.
Marion!
Which is very close. Marion the Manhunter. I imagine she's like a fembot.
Actually,
She's
Sam
got
King
those
can't win.
boobs that
So
shoots.
Breaking, because you get 2 in a row.
Yes, so Sam King. You can't get 3 in a row, so it's Breaking for winning. Marion Manhunter, who I like to believe is a fembot who's got the boob guns.
Oh my god. I will say, Austin Powers came out senior in high school. That movie was so good, seeing as an 18-year-old boy. That was like so
Who
good.
does number 2 work for?
It was like the dumbest, funniest fucking movie. And when you're 18 watching it now, it's like, oh my god, the movie is so cheesy. But back then, oh my god,
A lot of vagina. Come on.
It
When
was-
he's in the steamroller and he's stuck and he's like,
yeah, it's going. Which actor plays Oliver Queen in the Green Arrow Arrowverse?
who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? You show that turd who's the boss. That's right. 20th Century Comics. That's right.
Stephen Amell
Regan, why do you know so much? Are you just really good at Googling,
course,
or
no,
are you really into CW?
I mean, I loved the first 3 seasons of the Arrow.
Mole.
Breaking.
Danny DeVitro.
Oh, Brady, let me know if you still need a computer. We can talk about that more later.
Thank you, Mike. No one does care.
Care about what?
Who played who in who and shmoo?
Everyone cares about
No one
that.
cares.
Everyone
No
cares.
one cares.
Last question.
No one cares.
Last question. What name does Irish West give The Flash on her blog in season 1?
Oh my God. Who cares?
It's a fucking CW.
She says Silver Surfer. That's what she calls him. She calls him the Silver Surfer because she doesn't know shit about shit.
If you guys read Donny Cates' Silver Surfer Black and then Donny Cates' King in Black, oh my God, they tie in so beautifully.
Speedy, the Streak, Quick Guy, the Blur.
Oh, the Streak.
Barikan was first with the Streak. Barikan really knows a lot about CW. I think he's pretending.
It can't be a Barikan only because that'd be 3 in a row.
So then Sam King.
Sam King?
Sam King and Barikan are walking away from the show with about 500 entries.
Yeah, it's basically Sam King and Barikan.
What does that say about Sam King and Barikan? They really enjoy CW and they pay for cable.
If you guys want to hang out for a little bit, we can do some more news. What do you think, babe?
Bessie McGee, Quickers.
She has
Slappy.
like a gigantic beer to drink, so I guess we can stick around for a little bit longer.
Listen, tomorrow we have to go to my mother's house and move couches up a flight of stairs, as well as an exercise bike that doesn't fit through the stairs that we got to take apart and then bring up the stairs. And maybe we're going to go to an estate sale. I want a piano that Bruce is going to help me carry up the stairs.
I don't know where I have room for a piano at all.
I'll make room, and I'm going to play like na 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 na. That's the only song I'll be able to learn.
What do you think about James Gunn?
I don't know who that is.
Director of Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Okay, I guess. I enjoyed 1. Was 2 the one where his dad was like the universe?
Yes.
That was so stupid. 1 was okay.
So he's doing Suicide Squad. It's definitely an alt take on Suicide Squad. I'm very excited to see it.
Wait, another Suicide Squad movie? Or the same ones that's coming out?
No, the same one that's coming out.
All right. I was like, really? Already?
But there is a spinoff already. It's called Peacemaker. They've already started shooting.
Peacemaker a guy?
It is guy. It's John Cena's character from the show.
Who doesn't love John Cena? John Cena's movies are all fucking terrible, and he's not an amazing actor.
Bad.
But he's such a good guy that, like, he's like The Rock, where, like, although everything you make is terrible and cheesy, I'll keep watching it, John Cena, because you're like The Rock. You're just a good fucking dude who does shit for charity and does things with his fame. Like, he takes his fame and uses it for good. And I'm all about that, other than like Paris Hilton, who like fucking wears shirts that says like "Stop being
Just
poor."
so you know, he does cheat on every girlfriend he's ever had.
Whatever, he can't be perfect. I'm not his girlfriend. If he keeps cheating on every girlfriend and people keep dating him, when does it become the girlfriend's responsibility? At this point, you know what's happening. You think you're gonna be different? Then you're stupid. That's not my problem or the John Cena's problem. You can't even see him. You don't even.
He is supposed to be one of the worst man cheaters. Period.
He's a man whore. What else would you do with your fame?
Stephanie does not like any of the Netflix Marvel shows. She's made that vehemently.
Why is Bruce trying to use words he doesn't know tonight? I'm going to show Bruce what extrapolating what numbers are later, and he's going to be like, oh, I don't know what that means.
Well, I know what I'm trying to say. I'm just very drunk, so it's hard to say them. But she doesn't like the Marvel shows, and I think Daredevil is a great show. I think the first season of Jessica Jones was a great show. I think the first season of The Punisher was a great show. Beyond the first season of all those shows, they kind of like fell apart. But so the rights to these shows, so Netflix bought the rights for a certain amount of years. Like they own the rights to those characters, so they can produce them. After that time, they fell back to Marvel, which is obviously owned by Disney. Disney's now like, that's nice. Thank you. And now there are characters, and we're going to do whatever the fuck we want with them. So, and Jessica Jones is a big character, and obviously the Punisher is a huge character for Disney. Even though I can't see how Disney would portray Punisher. What do you think?
I don't care.
She doesn't care. Okay.
Disney's gonna make it a fucking another like Endgame movie? They'll make it fucking cheesy as shit. They'll make it a money grab.
Make what a money grab.
The Punisher movie. You're asking me what Disney would do with Punisher, right?
So you're just saying they're like just gonna like throw it to the garbage.
They'll Disney it. They'll just fucking make it cheesy and stupid. Although they're making Cruella cool, but I don't see them doing that with Punisher. They're gonna make Punisher in with the Marvel universe and just fucking like cheeseball McGillicuddy. Look at this picture. Put this on the screen. Look at Black Widow. Is anyone afraid of Black Widow in this picture? No. I'm afraid she's gonna eat the donut that's sitting in front of me. That's what I'm afraid of.
All right, now we'll move on to this thing because I guess she doesn't give a shit about the Punisher. But if Marvel decided to put it on an episode or a movie a week for the rest of the year, they could. There could be a new Marvel show or movie happening every single week to the end of the year if they started right now. It's pretty cool. But they would have to release the movies that they don't want to release for home release during it.
I thought that's their big thing, is putting everything on Disney Plus, so everyone can be like, "Oh, Disney Plus is such a great streaming service."
But they don't want to do that for, like, Black Widow, for Eternals, and for these other big blockbusters that they spend bajillions of dollars on.
Well, they're gonna have to wait fucking 2 years before that's gonna come out in the movie theater. Even if, let's say, by the end of the summer, 50% of people are vaccinated, which would be a stretch. Nobody is going to be going to the movie theaters in the droves like they used to be for a while. A very long time is anyone going to feel comfortable being that fucking close to fucking Johnny elbow touching, fucking coughing all
Johnny elbow touching.
It's not going to happen. And plus, this winter, we've been wearing our masks. The kids have been wearing their masks. We haven't gotten sick once. Last winter, we were sick every other fucking week.
Time.
Every other week. Everyone's wearing a mask in this house going forward. It was amazing. Amazing.
I'm not joking. If I have to go back to work in the city, I'm going to be wearing gloves and a mask because I was sick all the fucking time. And I don't want to be sick again.
Our kids are like fucking carrier monkeys. Carrier monkeys. My daughter went to gymnastics tonight. She has a loose tooth. She comes out of gymnastics touching every fucking pad that every sweaty fucking kid's rolling their fucking back acne all over. She fucking goes to wiggle her tooth. I'm like, oh my God, fucking keep your fingers out of your mouth. This is why coronavirus is spreading like it is, because kids are disgusting.
All right, there's a few news articles I want to hit before it hits the 11:30 hour. Guys, thanks for sticking around. There's 18 of you guys here. There's some really good news. So don't leave. Do not leave.
You guys want to hear about this?
So The Rock,
really big news.
The Young Rock TV show is coming out. I was like wondering, is it actually going to be any good? I believe it's going to coming out on Peacock. Guys, it's certified fresh.
Certified friggity fresh.
So if you are part of like the Rotten Tomato community and you will like base what you're going to watch and what you're not going to watch on what they're saying, 91% of people who've seen The Young Rock say it's good. And it actually looks pretty good. It looks like one of those, like, actually Malcolm in the Middle. That's exactly what it looks like to me from the previews that I saw. So if you're into The Rock and you want to see something like that.
You guys know how I feel about The Rock. And he is a master at making himself more money.
Yes.
He will spin anything. The Terramana tequila he's making is like the #1 tequila in the country right now. He's fucking crushing it in every avenue that he goes in. Every movie he makes millions of dollars. They're not good, but people just love him. He's figured out how to be in the spotlight, in social media. We follow him on Instagram. That's why I knew about this fucking Young Rock show. I didn't even know it was a thing until I saw it on Instagram where he was like, people said it was so good. Thank you so much. And I'm like, you made a show? Who even fucking knew? He's just like, I don't know, like fucking like a magnet. He attracts money and people, and he's just like, I wake up at 4 o'clock and then I work out and then I fucking make movies and then I make TV shows and everybody wants to suck my dick. And he's gonna be rich till the day he dies. And then he has the daughters. He's so smart about marketing those daughters. He's like braiding their hair and he's singing fucking Maui songs to them. He's figured it out, guys. He's figured it out. There was like a whole thing about how Taylor Swift helped Ed Sheeran get famous because she's figured out how to fucking be famous. So she helped push Ed Sheeran in the same direction, and she's got all her Swiftie fans, and she's fucking famous,
That's
even though she
gross.
keeps putting out the fucking worst songs after the worst songs after the worst songs. But any song Taylor Swift puts out, fucking gold, top of the charts. Everybody loves that shit. It's the same fucking song over and over again, but people love it because she's figured it out. The Rock has figured it out. There's a couple people that are just like, I figured it out, put it in my pocket, money.
So Max, Black Adam is coming. If you watch or follow The Rock on Instagram, all he talks about is like, I'm working out, like, you know, my cardio's in the morning, and then I fucking bench press in the evening, and like I'm just getting ripped for The Rock or for the Black Adam, and like, you know, the movie's gonna be really sick. I'm just like in my fitness mode right now, and I'm gonna put this out on social media, so don't worry, you guys can train just like me.
This is The Rock we're still talking about?
Yeah, The Rock is saying that.
How is The Rock shaped the way he's shaped? How? Does he have rocks that he puts in his muscles? It's the only thing that makes any sense.
It's crazy.
Even with steroids, how would he look like that?
All right, so we're gonna rip through.
He's gonna be like a medical anomaly. We're gonna find out The Rock has tumors. I'm like, oh my god, he's so in shape, and I was like, actually, I'm dying. This is a tumor. This is a tumor, and this is a tumor.
All right, so there's a few other items I want to hit real quick. So Tim Burton is actually producing a Netflix spinoff from the Addams Family. It's going to focus on Wednesday. So it's Tim Burton. I believe in Tim Burton. I'm a huge Tim Burton fan. I think he can do something really good. So it's really cool to see that he's actually doing something for Netflix.
Guys, I like Tim Burton, and I fucking love the Addams Family that came out when I was a kid. They had the MC Hammer fucking soundtrack. The fucking MC Hammer Addams Family song. I was all about that. Gomez, he was all like womanizing, like, oh, Morticia, be my heart. And he was all kissing her arm. It was fucking awesome.
No.
Wednesday's all fucking dark and shit.
I mean, it was good. It was good.
I love that.
I love the 1960s TV show the most. That was the bomb. Umbrella Academy. We love the Umbrella Academy.
Oh my god, Umbrella Academy is so good.
So good.
So good.
But Elliot Page, not Ellen Page.
Yes, she's trans.
They're filming. They're filming season 3. Who gives a fuck what the fuck she's calling him, she, hit? Who gives a fuck? They're finally fucking filming season 3. That's all you need to know.
Who is excited for Umbrella Academy season 3? I didn't think that they were going to be able to match season 1, where at the end, Klaus fucking channels the spirit of fucking Ben, and she pulls all the fucking ghost arms and just fucking throwing people around. So amazing.
So good.
They did such a good job with season 2. It was so good.
So this Amazon Prime show called Truth Seekers. I like that show.
It was so funny. So much better than you thought it was going to be.
It was really good, but
it really bothers me that he's so fat.
Amazon.
You're so famous. Jog a little. Eat less.
She's talking about Nick Frost. It's canceled.
What?
It's canceled.
Oh.
So season 1 was the only season they're gonna get, but it was a really good TV show. It was really good.
That's sad. You guys should watch it. It was a funny show. I would watch season 2 of that show. It was a little weird, but it was good.
And my last news article was about The Last Ronin, but I don't want to ruin it for anyone. Last Ronin was so good. The first issue, I will say, I did not like that much. I didn't like it. Second book, holy fuck, so much better. If you're not reading Last Ronin, definitely pick it up, because if you're a Turtle fan from the 80s, like I am, read it. It's
also,
so
Barikin's leaving. Say goodnight to Barikin.
Barikin, man, you know I love you, man. Have a great night. If you need a computer, you know I'm your man. I want to talk to Chuck about the Department of Truth. We'll work it out. Anything else you want to say, baby?
Umbrella Academy TV show or comic, which is better? I didn't read the comic, so I'm going to say TV show.
The comic was definitely better.
That's it, guys. That's all I have to say. Bruce is going to probably drink the rest of these beers and
regret
it tomorrow. We're going to be carrying couches up. He's like, did you bring my antacids? That's what he's going to be saying, because he's going to be trying to carry up a fucking assault bike up the stairs and throw up into his mouth.
Assault bike. Guys, This is a great show. Tomorrow, next weekend, or next Friday is the end of the month giveaway. We're going to be giving away one slab and some other goodies.
A shovel, a hoe. Did anyone see the Mike Myers Cat in the Hat movie? Speaking about inappropriate movies, although that didn't come out in the 90s, that came out like after that. It was definitely 2000 something.
2000 something.
Very inappropriate as a kid's movie. It was a kid's movie, and Mike Myers was over the top inappropriate. And there's a part where he hops the fence because he's trying to get like to this kid's birthday party, and he lands on a gardening hoe, and he steps on it and hits him in the face, like classic, fucking slap face. What do they call it? Comedy. Slapstick comedy. And he lands on it, he goes, dirty hoe, and he throws it to the ground, and he picks it up. He's like, I'm sorry, baby, you know I love you. It's a fucking kids movie. And there's another scene where it's like a cooking show, and then the cooking show, like he's like him as the person who's selling like the as seen on TV cooking the Cupcakeinator 2000, but then also like the Cat in the Hat is like two of him playing this different guys, and then like the guy's trying to sell the Cupcakeinator, and then the Mike Myers guy who's like all mad about it. And he's like, oh, blah, 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 you're going to do this. And then Mike Myers' character is like, not only are you wrong, but you're stupid. And you're ugly like your mother. My favorite line to say. That's it. That's it, guys. Watch Cat in the Hat, Mike Myers. Very inappropriate, but also amazing.
Guys, next week, another giveaway. That's all you need to know.
Peter Goodgame wants to know if he's on the list. We don't know, Peter. We'd have, at the end, we use like a different spreadsheet for each week. So we have to compile them at the end. So we don't know.
I don't know. I will know next Friday. Because that's when I gather everyone's name.
I won't know until Bruce spins the wheel because I don't know anything about the show until it's happening.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week, 10 p.m. on Friday. We'll see you next week for the end of the month giveaway.
Bye.